furniture room? Did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
Your family deserves the most beautiful smile possible. At Tupelo Smiles, we use precision dentistry and advanced technology to make visiting the dentist an amazing experience. Relationship-based comprehensive care. Come discover the difference at Tupelo Smiles.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 5.
Well, Friday night is officially here. Our work week is over, school week is over, and a long weekend ahead. On top of all of that, we have week 1 games for high school and college. If you're not excited, well, then you are not ready for what this weekend holds. This is going to be busy, action-packed, but fun all day long. Mississippi Live Weather Game of the Week. Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon joining us live in the field, what he's experiencing out there and just how those teams are preparing. Pontotoc and Amory, hope you're ready for 7 o'clock. Labor Day weekend outlook, just how are we looking for the entirety of the Labor Day? There will be one rainy day and unfortunately not lining up on the best day, so we'll show you when to take advantage of that forecast and your college football forecast for Mississippi State, Alabama, and Ole Miss. Wherever you're going this weekend, we'll have all of that coming up on Mississippi Live Weather at 5. Let's jump into the first 12 where it's going to be, we've seen some warmer conditions today for sure, but still below average for what we typically expect this time of year. 83 by 6, 72 by 9, so those cooler conditions once again moving into the forecast as we wrap up those week 1 games for high school football into our overnight hours and into the start of our Saturday. You can see those temperatures still cool, low to mid 60s, but cloud cover, they'll be building overnight, but clearing up for our Saturday, we will see a little bit of that sunshine for sure. Now let's get a live look there in Pontotoc right now. You're seeing those blue skies off on the horizon, 84 degrees, those winds, I'm sure doing a favor with some of these warmer conditions, but we're going to take it live to our Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon out in Pontotoc right now. Matt, are those breezes helping with some of this sunny weather?
There's no breezes down here in the hollow because if you've never been to Pontotoc, it is kind of a somewhat unique experience in comparison to a lot of football stadiums we have across North Mississippi. I'm here at the Mississippi Live Game of the Week location. Of course, Game of the Week yet to start, and we'll have that Amory and Pontotoc highlights coming up tonight at 10 on Mississippi Live Weather. You kind of see behind me as they painted 100 on the field here, the 100th year here of football at Pontotoc. And in that 100th year, they've done something big. They have completely redone the stadium. I'll see if I can kind of show you the stands, especially on the home side. Brand new, tons of new concrete they put up, as well as around here as getting prepared for this season and all of the great football that is to come. Have not seen the folks from Amory here yet. Of course, 5 o'clock, it is just still a little bit early for that. We did talk to the Pontotoc football coach. You'll hear from him during Mississippi Live Weather at 6 o'clock as he's getting ready to kick off this new season. But it certainly is a beautiful day for football. A lot of times this time of year, it's super duper hot. That is not the case out here. If you're planning ahead, I'm in shorts. It might be a little cool for that by the conclusion of the game, believe it or not. We'll look at just how far those temperatures are going to fall with a complete forecast here in a couple of minutes. But Gabe, this afternoon, everybody ready for this high school football season to get going. In our Game of the Week location here in Pontotoc, we are ready as well. Want to remind some folks, still a little bit of time to vote on the band and cheerleader of the week. We have those Facebook posts up. Maximum number of likes wins. We'll have those results for you, of course, coming up this evening as well. Live from Pontotoc, Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon from Mississippi Live Weather. You doing okay back there, Gabe?
Oh, we're ready. We're balling out. I'm in the air conditioning, but it seems like I don't need to be in the air because outside feels just as cool.
It's maybe not just as cool now that I'm in the sun. We did have to go buy some sunscreen on the way over because that's a factor, despite the fact that it is much more mild.
Yeah, UV is still going to play a factor, especially as that sunshine. The more north you are, the more you're going to be experiencing it. So, Matt, we don't want to see you burned coming into our Labor Day weekend, but just have fun out there. Enjoy your week 1 high school football, and we'll touch back with you here shortly.
Okay.
All right. Well, what we're looking at here in the Room to Room Weather Center is going to be a comfortable forecast across the region. Those low to mid 80s still being highlighted in a large part of North Mississippi, 82 there towards Cleveland. That dew point still around 66. So while it is warmer, that stickiness factor not playing a part in our forecast. And you heard Matt say it. It feels as good as a week 1 could possibly feel here in North Mississippi. So all the more reason to go out and support your local team. It'll be a fun night altogether. Greenwood, 86 degrees, so actually a few degrees warmer. You see some of these gray clouds that are starting to pop up, some of those darker grays. Now, these are what we call some of those cumulus clouds, but look at how they're oriented. You see that horizontal development. Usually if we're going to get any of those showers, they need to have a vertical component to it. The fact that we're not seeing that means that rain chances at the bottom it could be. I mean, it's very, very low, and we're not going to see any rain chances across North Mississippi, especially for those football forecasts. 82 degrees, Atala County around Kosciuszko. Those blue skies even being hinted down around that region. So it's a enjoyable forecast. I just cannot get the smile off my face thinking about how great the forecast is for your Friday night. Mississippi Live Weather Radar showcases dry conditions across the region, so don't be expecting any rainfall in that immediate forecast, extending things south just a bit. I mean, we're going to have to go all the way to that Jackson radar site to really get a view of some of these showers, as those are primarily down along the coastal regions. Brookhaven, Macomb, Columbia, and Hattiesburg dealing with some pop-up showers. Our best chance is still down along those coastal regions. We're seeing that towards the Baton Rouge and New Orleans area. Here in North Mississippi, I mean, what are we? Couple hundred miles away from that. So we're not expecting any rainfall in the forecast. It is actually going to be dry and for the most part on the clearer side. You can see some of that cloud cover as that moisture is progressing north, and it's going to try to get north, but it just once it gets far away from that frontal boundary, we're not seeing much in regards to showers and cloud cover. So these isolated cumulus clouds that are popping up, that's a part of that frontal boundary, but no rainfall expected with it. We're going to be dry for the foreseeable future and into our Labor Day weekend. Going to expand things back in, but what we're seeing on this wide scale level, there's your front that we've been watching over the past few days. That brought a lot of that moisture into the area as we went about our, let's see what day, Thursday. Oh man, I'm getting my days all put together. But on your Thursday, as those rain showers move through the area, now as that's pushing off there towards the south, drier conditions as a result. And we're watching some development out west that could be impacting our forecast on the latter part of next week. So definitely going to be an enjoyable forecast for that foreseeable future. But I mean, some isolated rain chances moving in as we get towards early part of next week. A little sneak preview of what we're going to be experiencing over the next several days. Let's get back into North Mississippi and watch the interaction of this low pressure center down there towards the coast. This is going to be 7:30, 8:30 on your Friday. You do see some of these pop-up showers trying to transition there into North Mississippi. This is way, way far away from that frontal boundary. I mean, just measuring this out, we can see that we are talking, let's take it all the way to that shower. 135 miles. When we're that far away from that front, as the front is a lifting mechanism, I mean, those chances just become a little bit harder to believe, especially with how dry our forecast is. So while it's showing some greens, and take this into account in the extended forecast as well, as we keep going Mississippi Live Weather at 5, we're not expecting any rainfall for your Friday night. Overnight and into your Saturday morning, cloud cover lingering just a bit, but as that front pushes east, it'll take a lot of that moisture with it, and so early start to our Saturday, you'll see some clearing in that forecast. So that's going to make for some beautiful sunshine, should be an enjoyable start to the day, but those dry conditions really going to be felt all day long for your next 24. 6 a.m., 63, 72 by 9. We're climbing to the mid-80s by lunch, and towards the afternoon, 90s could be back in the forecast. I was talking to Matt about this behind the scenes, that I want to say that 90s will never be back, but unfortunately it's Mississippi and they always find a way back in the forecast. 89, 90 degrees around 3, sunshine really helping heat up that air. So we'll talk more detail just how long that, I'm not going to say heat sticks around for, but those average temperatures stick around for in the extended forecast. That's one of the things we'll be talking about here in the next 60. What we're also going to be discussing are those college football forecasts, your Labor Day forecast. I mean, this weekend's filled with as much as you want to do. So we'll be walking through all of those forecasts in detail on Mississippi Live Weather at 5 in the next 60.
At Absolute Restoration, our team will feel magical, since our focus is on serving you and your roofing needs. Finding a roofer who actually shows up and communicates, that's just one of the problems we solve by informing you of every step in the process.
Selling premium roofing systems backed by warranties and payment plans starting at just $99 per month. Trust Absolute Restoration to deliver.
Experience unicorn-level service and affordability from a team your community trusts. Call Absolute Restoration today.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, our Friday has been an absolutely beautiful day with plenty of blue skies, at least more than we've seen the past 24 hours. And that's just going to be a sign of more to come heading into our weekend. We're going to start our full weather here with an absolute vibe there in Tillatoba. Jeremy submitting this picture, our weather watcher there in Tillatoba. Cup of coffee, enjoying some of that morning dew coming off the grass as that sun starts to rise. Look at how blue those skies were this morning. I mean, a stunning forecast. So if you weren't able to enjoy it, well, it's unfortunate, but luckily there is still some more opportunity heading into our Labor Day weekend. So keep those cups of coffee handy because you're going to have a great weekend to enjoy. 86 degrees around Crenshaw. That's going to be on the northwest side of our area, and some of those blues showing up as well. Those drier conditions, though, that's really the forecast. 57-degree dew points showing you that this is not a sticky forecast whatsoever, despite it being a slightly warmer forecast. 76 around Macon. That's a result of some of that moisture trying to linger in the forecast, and that's, of course, seen with that dew point as well, around 70. So the further south and east you go, the higher that moisture becomes. Not sticky levels, but at least cooling us off some. So that's why there is a broad disparity whenever we're in the mid-70s, Noxubee County, but then the low 80s around the Pontotoc area. Tupelo, 86 degrees, and another reason why it's a difference, look at the difference in sky cover. We had some of those clouds popping up Noxubee County, but Tupelo, I mean, it is as clear as could be. It is a beautiful forecast, and that drier air really being shown with dew points around the mid-50s. So if you haven't gotten out and about this evening, or you're at least waiting till 7 o'clock to go support your local teams, well, get out early to just enjoy that forecast. Go grab some nachos or go grab a Coke and sit there out at the bleachers and wait on the teams to show up. It's going to be, as I said, an absolute vibe like it has been from the start to finish on our Friday. Mississippi Live Weather Radar over the last couple of hours not showing anything in regards to precipitation, so we're staying on the drier side, we're staying on the calmer side, expanding things out. We can, of course, see where those showers are popping up right along that frontal boundary in those coastal regions. So if you're down around Baton Rouge or New Orleans, I'm in a pretty soggy forecast, but that's what we got yesterday. It's just all progressing south and east. Some of those rainfall totals, this is over the past 12 hours. So as you can see, North Mississippi, not getting a drop. We've been dry all day long, but those chances of showers, we've seen upwards of about 7, 8, 9 inches there on the northeast side of Texas, and that stripe of moisture extending all the way through Alexandria, Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and now into Mobile, Alabama, showing some of those higher outputs of 2+ inches in several areas. So concern for flash flooding, unfortunately still the case for further down south, but just grateful that we are at least drying up here in North Mississippi to have our high school football forecast, of course. So looking at that pregame, that's around right now in the next couple of hours or so, 83 degrees, still seeing plenty of sunshine. The partly cloudy conditions, so I know we think, well, partly cloudy, is that applicable for everybody? It's actually not. The partly cloudy conditions come into play here because down south, you're seeing more of those cloudy to partly cloudy conditions. On the north side, it's more clear. So you have that interaction of cloudy down south, clearer up north. Those put together is a partly cloudy sky. But we're basically split down the middle, 50-50. 75 by halftime, 70 by the final snap. That cloud cover does build heading into our evening forecast, so cooling off. Not going to be as apparent towards tomorrow morning, so we're not getting into the upper 50s, but low to mid 60s, not out of the question. Futurecast into that Friday evening forecast, your Friday football forecast, you see some of this moisture trickling in, and I told you to remember this in your head because that moisture is not going to be extending this far north. We're not getting showers in the area this evening, so staying dry for all of our football games here in North Mississippi. Now, if you're traveling down south, your chances increase on some of that moisture, but not expecting it here in our area right here. 9 o'clock, staying dry, and that, of course, remains the case into our 10 o'clock hour as well. You see the cloud cover building, mostly cloudy conditions there by 10 o'clock, so heading home, not a drop in the sky, but sky's probably covered by that cloud cover. 2 a.m. on into that early morning hours for your Saturday. We'll see some of that clearing enter into our viewing area, and a lot of that due to that northeast wind circulating into our area. So staying on the drier side for the start of our Saturday, staying on the clearer side for our Saturday. It's a great start. And low temperatures, as I mentioned, we're not talking 50s or the upper 50s. We're talking low to mid 60s across North Mississippi, 61 Bruce, 63 Tupelo, 67 down around Columbus. Continuing into our Saturday, the start of our Labor Day weekend. I mean, those fantastic conditions once again remain in place. Some of that cloud cover trying to build back into the area towards the late morning and early afternoon. I do have that sunshine really peeking out. I think this model is pretty aggressive in how much cloud cover we'll see. Yes, it's showing pieces that we'll see some sunshine, but I really have that sunshine becoming the main component of our afternoon forecast on our Saturday, especially there by mid to late afternoon. And while you see some greens popping up, not expecting chances of rain in that extended forecast, but if we do have one of those pop-up showers that develops on the northern extent of that frontal boundary, our meteorologist Caleb Edelblut will be walking us through that forecast in detail. Just don't go into the day expecting anything. This will be a great day to get outside and enjoy those college football games. Hey, Oxford, time to get over there. 5 o'clock on your Saturday, staying on the drier side. And as we get into that 6, 7, 8 o'clock, well, that's really where we'll have an enjoyable forecast. So go cheer on the Rebels as they're taking on Georgia State. Should be a fantastic game and show off what the new quarterback can do, right, Rebel fans? High temperatures, upper 80s, low 90s. So it is going to be slightly toastier than what we had for our forecast today, and especially compared to what we had yesterday. 88 in Oxford topping out. So that's the thing, is we're just back to average for this time of year. But luckily, the stickiness factor not posing a threat for our forecast. So we're staying in that feels like values in the upper 80s, low 90s, in line with what we're typically, what we'll actually have the temperatures at for our Saturday. Ole Miss versus Georgia State. I mentioned Saturday at 6:45, 86 for the first place, 77 by halftime, 71 by the final snap. What do you see though? Not a chance of rain. And that's because we're in that drier pattern here in North Mississippi. So staying home, that's a good thing for a multitude of reasons, but really for that forecast as well. Because if we take it down south, Mississippi State taking on Southern Miss at kickoff early Saturday, going to be Saturday 11 a.m. Isolated showers continue to develop along that frontal boundary, so we'll need to keep that rain gear ready if we are heading down south to Hattiesburg. Temperature-wise, though, pretty uniform throughout the day, 79 by halftime and 81 towards that final snap, so not going to be too hot or too muggy. Not a bad forecast, especially heading south this time of year. And then, of course, Alabama versus Florida State. We'll see what happens, but I definitely picked an upset right here. Saturday happening at 2:30. You see chances of rain. This is going to be on the climb down there towards Tallahassee as that frontal system moves further south and east. So watching some more of those soggy conditions. So definitely have that rain gear ready if you're cheering on the Crimson Tide. But I think the rain will actually make things pretty even. On a normal day, Alabama smokes Florida State, but I think this will make things pretty even, and that should be a fantastic game. Let's keep Futurecast going into our Saturday night and into our Sunday morning. What we'll see is that cloud cover, bits and pieces move into the area here and there, but overall that drier pattern once again remains in our area. If you've not made lunch plans for your Sunday just yet, definitely make them outside because we're seeing those dry conditions persist once again. Moving towards the afternoon, I know this model is thinking, why? Let's get the showers back in the forecast. Not expecting that. Our strike model is just a very aggressive model, and so the fact that the most it's showing is some light green pop-up showers shows you that I'm not overly high on those rain chances, and you shouldn't be either. We're going to stay on the drier side for our Sunday. But into our Labor Day, we might shake things up just a little bit. Some of those scattered showers and storms start to move back into that forecast. We'll get to that in just a moment. High temperatures, upper 80s, low 90s once again for our Sunday, right around our average for this time of year. Just the fortunate thing is the fact that we're not adding that stickiness factor, so not too bad of a forecast. So getting on the water for our Labor Day. This is on that extended outlook. We do have some chances of rainfall moving in there by the afternoon. I didn't change the names. I am so sorry. We do not have school on Monday. Oh, I should have changed that. I'm so sorry. So we are not going to be dropping anyone off at school. We will be having lunch, and we won't have a final bell, as teachers will not be at school to sound that final bell. So the thing I want you to take from this is cover this up. And we're going to see some rain chances there towards the afternoon. Temperature-wise, though, still a pretty toasty forecast. I'll get that fixed from the 6 o'clock broadcast. My apologies for that. Let's jump ahead to the 7-day, and this will help tell the story a little bit better. So our Labor Day, 30% chance of some of those isolated showers move across the area, cooling us off as well. So we're seeing a drop to 87 for Monday, 83 and 82 Tuesday and Wednesday as that moisture lingers in the forecast. But as we look towards Thursday and Friday, another front starting to move through the area, or at least forecasts are indicating that way, and we will be cooling off pretty drastically, dropping from the low 80s into the upper 70s for highs. But our low temperatures, really the story there as we go from the low 60s to the upper 50s. That is going to be such an enjoyable forecast, and we are so excited to be experiencing that. But honestly, I'm just glad that we have a dry forecast for our Friday night forecast as we get Chief Meteorologist Matt Lobhon back here with Mississippi Live Weather. I mean, Matt, this is as good of a forecast as you can get for a football Friday night, but it's as good of a forecast as you can get for a week 1 Friday night, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is about as good as you can expect to get. We're excited. I even still had to seek a little bit of shade. Maybe you can call me a weenie for that, as it's certainly a beautiful day out here. I'm actually right now on the Amory sideline as they are getting everybody, all the players are back inside getting ready. Coaches getting everything lined up as well. But kickoff of this game is going to be at 7 p.m. We're so excited to be able to feature the team here, and of course looking forward to hearing some of those highlights that we'll show you come up at 10 o'clock on Mississippi Live Weather at 10. My video here looks like it's a little slow, so I'm going to toss it back to you just in case we're having a little data issue. If we are, let me know after this, and I'll switch back to the other fun as we're testing which works best down here in the holler.
I mean, it's week one.
So we'll see you coming up at 6 p.m.
Yeah. Well, Matt, we appreciate you taking the time out there and surviving the sunshine. Don't get burned, okay?
Try not.
Well, Whistle, wrap it up for Mississippi Live Weather at 5. We again thank you guys so much for just joining us and taking the time to be a part of our journey. Of course, this is week 1 for Friday Night Football here at Mississippi Live Weather. And so we're going to be figuring out some stuff behind the scenes, but just grateful to even be having that opportunity to be live in the field with you guys. And we hope that you guys will be out there to be able to enjoy some of that forecast, but also get to talk with us a little bit more and see us out in the field. So head out to Pontotoc if you didn't have any other Friday night plans, but if you did, go support your local teams tonight. That's what we ask of you here from Mississippi Live Weather. What we also ask, one more thing on your to-do list, get the apps. We need it to be downloaded on your mobile device so that way you can get the latest weather information. It's going to be free and available on your iOS and Android app store and, of course, on Roku with Mississippi Live. We'll be back with our broadcast happening at 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. this evening. Latest updates from Pontotoc with Chief Meteorologist Matt Laupon, and we'll have the latest on that college football forecast, and I promise I will fix the Labor Day graphic. Trust me, you'll want to tune in at 6 for the latest details on what that looks like.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
'Cause in a